Hello everyone and welcome to Sinful Gaming. I hope you're all doing well, I hope you're all staying safe, and most of all, I hope you're all fighting that war against the Grey. Today's video, we have some new Sylvaneth and Skaven Warscrolls coming out of the new Skaven vs Sylvaneth dual box set that is going to be available very soon. We have the Kurnoth Hunter, Clan Rats, and Storm Vermin Warscrolls from the box set, so we're going to have a little bit of a discussion, take a look at all of them, and talk about them all. Now, I do want to make apparent that these Warscrolls in these box sets are never the final thing. They usually come out before, and we've seen constantly that we are getting different changes to the Warscroll. So both the points that are printed in the pitch battle profiles we posted the other day, along with battlefield rolls, along with the actual Warscrolls themselves, can always see slight tweaks and changes. I mean, we've only just seen with the Nighthaunt book becoming available to see that the script of Mortis has now gone to a single damage rather than damage 2. We saw in things previous, like the Stormcast Eternal Allegiance ability in Dominion actually changed from Dominion to the book, and we see constantly slight little changes across a lot of these. So it's always worth remembering that these are never final, but they probably do give us a good bit of insight into what is to come and a somewhat of an idea of how things are going to work. They generally don't change quite too drastically, but they do have little nuanced changes to them here and there. So with that all out the way, let's get looking at these three Warscrolls, and have a bit of fun chatting about what we could be seeing. And so here we have the first of the three Warscrolls. We have one new Sylvaneth Warscroll available to us so far, and it is Kurnoth Hunters with Great Bows. Now, it is likely we're only going to see this Warscroll in the box set, just because these box sets generally tell you only one way to build, much like the way we've got Start Collecting Vanguards only telling us one way to build stuff now. But we can take a look at some differences in this Warscroll, and see what the changes are between this and the old Warscroll. So we'll look at the stat block first. First of all, same movement 5, same 5 wounds, same bravery 7, but we do go to a 3+ save standard, which is pretty cool. So a nice 3+ save. These means these guys can go 2. I definitely did pick this as one of the things that was going to happen with Sylvaneth, so that's nice. Now, we've got the Kurnoth Great Bow. First of all, it's still 30 inch, 2 attacks, 4s and 3s, Ren -1. It's changed from damage D3 to damage 2. This is pretty solid. It is more consistent damage. I will say I do like D3 damage though on stuff. I like the ability to spike, the ability to not do much. I like that little bit of random dice rolling in the game. I know that's not everyone's cup of tea, but for me, I like D3 damage. I like when it can spike. I like when it can go down. Obviously, in a match play competitive, this makes them much more easy to sort of figure out what they're going to do, but I really do like the randomness of D3 much more. They stay the same in combat with the Vicious Claws, 3 attacks. However, they do change to 3s and 3s in combat, no Ren damage 1, instead of 4s and 4s. That's a decent change. That means, they're going to get through a few more attacks. You're going to have 9 attacks coming out of a unit of 3, even with the bows, which means, you can't charge them with something too insignificant, or they probably will kill a couple of models back. Means it could also be used as like last, unit throwaways. Your opponent's guarding an objective with some throwaway chaff unit. 3 Kurnoth Hunters with Great Bows, potentially kill a couple. They count as 6 models. They've only got to get a unit down below down to 5 wounds. It's an okay change. It's not going to change too much. Now, the Huntmaster has changed. It no longer adds 1 to its hit rolls anymore. It gets add 1s to its attack characteristic of its melee weapons. This should have been, for this one, this should have been an extra shot on the bow. I don't get why you would give the melee attack extra to a shooting unit. Like the other two, sure, give an extra attack in close combat for the other two, for the great swords and the scythes. But for this one, it should have been an extra shot on the bow. Now, we've got rid of the Tanglethorn Thicket rule on the unit, which is where they can't pile in, but they get to 1 to their save rolls. They've now just got built-in +1 save to a 3-up instead of 4, which is nice. Trample Underfoot is, at the end of the combat phase, you pick an enemy unit within 1 inch and roll a dice for each model in this unit, and on 4+, the enemy unit suffers a mortal wound. Hasn't changed at all. Now, the one that they have changed is how Envoys of the Everqueen works. Previously, Envoys of the Everqueen allowed if a friendly Sylvaneth hero uses command ability, friendly Sylvaneth units wholly within 12 inches of this unit are treated as being in range of that command ability. Now, Envoys of the Everqueen has changed this, cleaned up, and made it more, I guess, streamlined in how it works. So, after a friendly Sylvaneth hero issues all-out attack or all-out defense, you can pick one friendly Sylvaneth unit within 6 inches of this unit, and if you do so, you roll a dice. On a 4+, this unit receives the command, even if it's already received a command in that phase. Now, this is interesting. First of all, it means that you no longer auto get the command abilities out of this, but it does mean you potentially could stack. So, say you've used... the unit has used that's going to receive this particular command here on a 4+. Has already used all-out attack earlier in the turn, in the combat. And all of a sudden, your Sylvaneth hero in another combat has chosen to use all-out defense on another unit. You can ping this to your Kurnoth hunters to then roll for that unit that has already received all-out attack and potentially get all-out defense as well. You can get both all-out attack and all-out defense in that. Which is pretty cool. It doesn't automatically work, but it can have some cool ways in how you structure your combats and how you call your command abilities can really be interestingly done with Envoys of the Everqueen. But all in all, I think this is an interesting war scroll enough. I like a couple of the changes. For me, this is what I want to see in a shooting unit. It doesn't feel oppressive in any way. It feels like it can do a decent bit of damage. I like it. I really do like it. These guys are going to be good at holding home objectives with that 3-up save and some shooting to boot. And so then we also have Clan Rats and Storm Vermin for Skaven. Now, once again, there are some changes to both these units, and there's some pretty significant changes. So, first of all, we have had points changes for both of these two units. I believe Storm Vermin have gone up about 20 points and Clan Rats gone up about 10. Give or take a little bit, but that's roughly what they've gone up to. Now, Clan Rats have changed in the following ways. First of all, this is just standard. We get +1 save to both these units. So Clan Rats are now on a 5-up save. The shields are built in. They're not having to worry about any rules. This does mean you can go to a 4-up save on Clan Rats, which is pretty cool, in all honesty. They stay pretty meh in combat. The weapon profiles don't change. And I honestly am surprised to see blades and spears get separate profiles. After we saw things like Liberators go together with the same weapons, and we saw things like Skeleton Warriors lose the different weapon options, I thought we were probably going to see this throughout the entire game. And we may still in the new book, but here we have Rusty Spears and Rusty Blades, which is really interesting. I would much have expected us to lose this. For unit upgrades, we pretty much remain the same. Claw Eater gets an extra attack, we get Retreat and Still Charge, and we get to add 2 to our run rolls for the Bell Ringers. We also now, for Clan Rats, get the Seething Swarm rule, where at the end of the Battle Shock phase, you can return D3 slain models to this unit. This is really cool, because it is at the end of the Battle Shock, so it does mean that you're not potentially losing the models you're bringing back. You have to obviously survive, but being able to return D3 models to a unit is cool. Now, onto Storm Vermin. Obviously, going down to a 4+ save is a big thing for Storm Vermin. This is definitely going to keep them in the fight longer. Once again, just removing their save. Now, they have dropped an inch of range in here. This is the sort of stuff that may change. But 1 inch range, and they now are just flat 3s and 3s, no longer 4s and 3s, Ren 1, Damage 1. Pretty standard stuff. They've got the same sort of standard musician, champion, leader, command group loadout as the others. They have gone up a point of bravery as well to bravery 6, which is nice. And they've gained the elite bodyguard rule. This is effectively the brand new bodyguard rules we're seeing, which can be used on Clan Verminous heroes for a 2-up or any other Skaven hero on a 4-up. Pretty good at keeping a Warlord alive, or potentially keeping, some other heroes alive that don't have ward saves available to them. As we see, there's no clan shields because they've got the built-in +1 save, which is nice, meaning you don't have to model shields on your Storm Vermin, which is always cool. But all in all, I think the Skaven changes are decent. The Storm Vermin definitely, I think, have a place. We do know that they are staying to 10 models. Clan Rats are staying at 20 at current. And I don't think Storm Vermin will change, especially considering we get 10 in the new box set. which is really cool. I like Storm Vermin in this role. They're supposed to be like these honoured bodyguard protectors, these sort of like toughest of the tough Skaven. Generally, it's like the Fangly that generally stabs a warlord or chieftain in the back, as he'll try to raise out of the Storm Vermin and have the Storm Vermin following him. But yeah, I like this elite bodyguards rule. I like that this is coming into a lot of armies to enable us to protect 5-wing heroes. It's obvious that something has happened in the shooting game, that we need this sort of protection, so I really like this coming. I'll be interested to see what other armies protecting units are. But what do you think of all the Skaven and the Kurnoth hunters? Let us know down in the comments below what you think of these brand new units for both armies. And so that is the end of the video. Thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed it, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and also drop a comment down below and let us know what you enjoyed about the video. If you'd like to come chat more with me and other members of our little community here at Sinful Gaming, you can do so by following the link in the video's description to our Discord server. And if you'd like to help support the channel in another way, you can do so either by Patreon or YouTube members, or going to our Ko-fi store and purchasing some dice or some other merch we've got on there, all of which are linked down in the description of the video as well. Lastly, as a special thank you to our Patreons and YouTube members, we'd like to give them all a shout out. So, a shout out to our Patreons: Christian Weir, James Soren, Greenskins Gaming, AJC, Kenny Lowell, Outer and Shot First, Andrew Bowen, Nathan Fee, The Rising Ape, Q Dynamic, Agu, Anthony B, Anton Nilsson, JJ Austrian, Average Wargamer, Domir, Mark Harvey, James Cater, Dynet226 and Derek. And a special shout out as well to our YouTube members: Green Roots Gaming, Kenton Young, Chris Wallace, Ronya, Vinny, Lockloric, the Johnny84, David Ellsworth, Revenar, Wolfric Nick, Broken Chef, Ariana Edwards, Sean Scott, Pink Nico Fire, and Robin Mankiller. Lastly, a special thanks to Lady Wixfox Art, who does all the amazing artwork for the channel, and to Xmorphic, who does amazing work and has helped us greatly in getting the Discord server set up. Thank you all for watching once again, everyone. Don't forget to like and subscribe once again. Stay safe, stay well, and most of all, keep fighting that war against the Grey. Ciao for now.